Hey, good morning, team. Welcome to week 5 of organizational change. So we're moving right along. We only have a couple of weeks left, right? We're now into August. You just took the midterm exam from week 4, and we are looking at our final papers. Okay, so anyways, what are we doing this week? We have some reading from Bridges. We have Kotter. We should be on chapter 7 of John Kotter, which is embracing and enabling others to act in our change. Excuse me. And we are building change agents. We have the typical stuff this week, the discussion board, and we have our Bridges checklist. Also, I put the instructions for the final paper. Now, on the final paper, we are going to be doing a paper 7 to 10 pages, APA standards, on a change that we have witnessed or change we want to do in our organization or in some other place like home, church, or whatever. By the end of this week, I want you to email me and say, Dave, this is the change I want to do. And, at my place of employment, this is what I'm going to write about. Could be a change that you've seen, or I would prefer a change you want to do. And then we're going to be putting that paper together. I already showed you an outline of a sample paper. And we'll move forward. Okay, so I wanted to talk about PESTLE. That's in this week. And hold on, I got to get my magic markers. They're up here. Okay, so when you think about coming up with goals, right? We've discussed SMART goals already. At least probably in other courses, you've heard SMART. Make your objectives specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. That's what SMART goals are. Well, when we start thinking about strategic objectives and mission plans and vision statements, think PESTLE. PESTEL. Now, if you searched for this online, there's different versions out there. You could find PEST, PESTLE, whatever, but it's about the same. So let's go through what this means and how it affects our change, right? The first letter, P. What is the political ramifications of your decision? If you are making a change, will it affect political standpoints? Will the CEO or the chief financial officer get angry? Will the supervisor get angry? That's what you should be thinking about with P. E, the next one, what is the economic effect? So, economic. Is it cost effective? Can you afford to do the change? If you do the change, will it increase expenditures or decrease expenditures? That should be going in your mind. Next one, what's the social effects of your change? So, not only are we talking social within the company, but will it affect the social status outside? So, meaning and that's actually all of these letters in PESTLE. Don't think just internal to the organization, but social. So let's say you wanted to do something and it affects the union or the contract you have. And so now the people will lose money in that contract, and that affects the social status, like they're downgraded, in their social status. Next one, technology. Do we have the technology to do the change? Is it feasible? Does it require more technology? Does it require a life cycle maintenance for the technology? So, for instance, Blackboard, it's not a one-time fee. You know, the college just doesn't say, hey, Blackboard company, here's $100,000. We're going to use it for the next 5 years. No, they pay $100,000 and then they pay $10,000 every year. And I'm just making these numbers up. I don't know. But yeah, so, you know, is technology available and does it increase technology? Okay, next one, environmental. Now, see, some of the old versions of Pestle that you might find online may not have environmental or the last one on legal in there. But this is very important, especially here in America, right? Because they're kind of tied together. What is the environmental factors? If you do a change and it increases pollutants out there, you are opening yourself up to a lawsuit. If you are increasing environmental awareness, let's say you're doing a change to, I don't know, bring more native plant species to your organization's grounds outside. Well, that's going to increase your social status too, because people are going to look highly upon that. It could be cost effective because they're local plants too, so that's a plus there in the economics. And some politicians might give you some incentives for doing that, so that it would increase that. So yeah, environmental. What's the environmental impact? Okay, last one, most important. Is it legal? All right, so that is what Pestle stands for. Like I said, you should think about this with almost every decision you make on your change initiatives, when you're doing a vision statement, when you're coming up with strategic goals. What do you want to do? And how will it affect those areas? Pestle. So, okay, everybody's been doing a good job. There's some, if you see some zeros in the grade book, get those assignments into me. Okay? And please do it soon. Now, and I think that's about it. Okay, if you have any questions, once again, ask and make sure that you tell me by the end of the week what your change is going to be, if you haven't already. Okay, thanks once again. Dave out.